everyone, good afternoon and welcome to the group exhibit Hydrogen Fuel Cells and Batteries 2015. I'd invite you all walking around to come grab a seat, grab a drink and make yourselves comfortable. We're about to talk to PowerCell Sweden AB about PowerCell stacks and systems, the way to commercialization. And here to speak with me is the Director of Marketing and Sales, Mr. Andreas Boden. Please welcome. Welcome and thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Please have a seat. So I know that your company has a very interesting history, and I would like you to tell everybody a little bit about it.
Yeah, so PowerCell has a history of around 30 years. PowerCell originally started as a group in the Volvo group on the research department. Working on stacks and system for propulsion of cars, and in the 90s Volvo Cars was spun out of the Volvo group, but the research on fuel cells and system was still in the Volvo group, and in continues as projects and European projects and internal projects. And in 2009 PowerCell was spun out of the Volvo group as an independent company, with Volvo as one of the shareholders, but we took in 3 other investors on board, and as running the company in that constellation until last year in December, when we went public on the Nasdaq stock exchange. So it's a quite different background for a fuel cell company, I would say.
Yes, I would think so. Also, I'd just like to remind everyone this is a public forum, so if you have any questions, just raise your hand and I'll bring the mic out to you. So let's get into it. Since you have a very different background and you're here at the fair and you have 2 specific products that you've brought to the fair that are very exciting. Could you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, so we've been selling fuel cell stacks for a few years, the S1 as we call it, but it's quite limited in power, up to 5 kilowatt. And so this year we're going to put our second stack platform into production and also start to sell in larger quantities to customers. It's called the S2, and it's a 5 to 25 kilowatt platform, which can run on both pure hydrogen and also reformate gas. That's one of the products we present this year. The other one is still not a product. It's going to go in, hopefully in production in the 16 to 17, but it's the power pack, as we call it. It's a stationary system which run on commercial road diesel. So, a little bit different for a fuel cell system.
Yes, and then so in terms of fuel, is it hydrogen? Is it something else that you're particularly utilizing?
For the S2 stack platform, which we would like to sell to other fuel cell system integrators, you can use it on pure hydrogen, bottled or from electrolyzer, whatever it comes from, or you can have a reformer like natural gas or methanol or LPG, etc. We use the same stack platform for our diesel system, so it's quite robust when it comes to reformate capability.
Okay. And so what about the use of diesel for the power pack?
Yeah. The choice of diesel for a fuel cell system can be quite awkward.
Yeah.
Normally you want to have the hydrogen since the clean fuel.
Most people think hydrogen is in fashion right now, and that's what you should be using.
Exactly, and diesel is the old one. But if you look around the world, especially where we focus our initial market for the power pack, which is the telecom market for Africa, hydrogen supply, methanol supply, etc., is quite difficult in those countries. Diesel is still a logistic fuel, and if you should use diesel, why not use it with the fuel cell system so it becomes as clean as it can be? So I would say the power pack is the cleanest way to make electricity from diesel, because the only emissions we have is the carbon dioxide and the water. We don't produce any NOx or particles, etc., since it's a catalytic process the whole way.
And so it's a good sort of solution for remote areas, like you said, in Africa, because a lot of times they don't have the grid and they need generators, and this is something that they can then use diesel with and actually generate electricity for areas that may not necessarily have access to power.
Exactly. So if they have the diesel, this is the most environmentally friendly and efficient way to use the diesel. Of course, if you have hydrogen, please use that, because I would like that as the preferred choice. But as we say, using the power pack, you bridge the future. Okay, hydrogen is the ultimate goal for the fuel cell at the end, But why not use the diesel in the meantime? Why we don't have the complete infrastructure for the hydrogen?
So the future goal is that both your S2 and the Power Pack will be able to, through the use of a reformer, use different fuels and be functional throughout and produce just as much efficiency.
Exactly. You know, the S2 is designed to fit in the Power Pack, but it's also designed to fit with pure hydrogen. So we think by you doing that, to have a platform that can work with many fuels, we can also address customers on a much wider range of markets. You know, if ethanol is the fuel for one country and there is a reformer for that, then the S2 fits. And if there is a natural gas reformer in one market where the natural gas is cheap and available, you can use the stack there. So it creates the possibility to address much more market than just going for the pure hydrogen.
Yeah. And so, since we are talking about integration, how easy is it to integrate? Like, is it going to take several man-hours or months before it's up and functional?
I would say for the stack, of course, you need to be a fuel cell system builder.
Yeah.
But preferably you have some know-how how to make a system. Then I would say it's quite easy stack to integrate. It's very robust when it comes to operating condition, etc. So if you have the know-how, it's a short step. Of course, you need to put man-hours in, but it's not that you need to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
For the Power Pack, this is a complete system.
Yeah.
You know, you put the diesel tank there, you connect it to the system, you connect your batteries and your communication. So that's much more from an end user perspective, much easier, of course.
Yeah. And so, in terms of your current market position, where are you at with these products? Are they ready to sell? Are you doing trials?
On the S2, we start with that, with the stack platform. We have a very few at customers for trials. So now for the spring and the summer, we're looking for customers that are willing to try the platform out and also to give us some feedback initially. And later on this year, we are ready for commercial sales on it. On the Power Pack, it's a little more less mature. This year we have teamed up with around 5 partners to do field trial projects, and it's quite diverse. We have telecom to back up telecom sites. We have eco building down in the Middle East. We have a project in Norway where we put the Power Pack on a cooling trailer for food transport, for example. So we're trying to get as much customer feedback, field trial feedback.
And variety of industry applications.
Exactly.
As well.
Everybody looks interesting from a business case perspective, but you need to confirm it that it's there also. So this year we're looking forward to all these customer projects, and hopefully next year we're going to expand the field trial a little bit more in more numbers.
And with regards to the S2, the field trials will help you optimize, but not only that, you can then work with the customers to really customize the solution for them and work on something that would work for their particular need as well.
Yeah, I know maybe another stack manufacturers out here, but they know that the customer also takes some time to validate their system and validate with their end customers. So the earlier we can get in to cooperate, then we shorten the end time as well. So it's very important to get out this year for us.
Shall we talk a little bit about cost?
We can do that, yeah.
All right, how much is it going to cost me?
If you're going to buy a S2 today from me, we charge 2,000 euro per kilowatt because it's very low numbers. But if you come up in high volumes, we can give you a better offer, of course. The Power Pack is a different story. If you're going to buy it this year, we will not offer it as a product. We more like to find a customer that want to do a demonstration or a field trial project with us, so we cooperate in the whole package. But the target cost for the market entry in the 16-17 is 25,000 euros.
And in terms of your field trials or just the testing, are you looking at specific running times? Is there an expectation of how long it should run and how efficient it should be?
On the stack, the efficiency was it is. The membrane set the efficiency on it, but the S2 with the first version which comes out from the production line, we target about 10,000 hours because we feel that this is what the market needs to be cost efficient. Of course, as all stack manufacturing system manufacturer, we would like to have 20,000 or 30,000 hours, but we need to start somewhere. And 10,000 hours is a good start, we believe. On the Power Pack, the target is for the market introduction to have 10,000 hours because then the business case for the end customer when it comes to the total cost of ownership looks interesting.
Okay. And so let's talk about a little bit in terms of some of the R&D projects you're involved in and the fun things that your company is really doing.
Yeah, we are, except what we display on the stand and what we talk about and what you can buy, we have one interesting project that we also display is the Auto Stack Core, together with lots of European partners. It's a 100 kilowatt stack for automotive, so where we are the stack company. It's a very fun project to work with. Lots of good research institutes, lots of other good companies that we work with. Very fun project. So, and also complete is our stack portfolio. We have the 1 to 5 kilowatt with the S1, and we have the 5 to 25 with the S2. And the Auto Stack Core, if it's materialized in a product later, it's going to complement from 25 up to 100. So we can offer a good wide range of different products there. Another interesting project that we run is called More Zero. It's where we take the S2 stack and make a system around that, a range extender for electric vehicles. So end of this year, the S2 stack going to be integrated in a number of vehicles, an electric bus and 2 electric trucks. So it's also going to be an interesting field trial for our S2 platform to see how it operates on different mobility sites. So.
Okay, and please, again, I encourage you to ask questions. All you have to do is put your hand up, but I'll continue. And in terms of your market positioning and geographical locations, I know you're one of the few companies that actually has a lot of operations outside of the EU. So I'd love for you to talk about that and some of the projects that you're working on in those countries.
Yeah, so I can start with Asia. So we have a local presence in Korea, for example, because we feel a strong market driver in Korea for fuel cells. And we decided last year to set up a sales office there. So we have a guy there who do the day-to-day contact. We're looking also into Japan at the moment to see if we can establish something there. So Asia is a strong market for us at the moment, and been last year and seems to be this year as well. So this is more on the stack side. They're also somewhat interested in natural gas and hydrogen systems. Diesel is more for special applications, niche markets there. So we don't strongly push that at the moment because we're a little bit unsure on that. If you look on the power pack for the telecom industry, we're actually establishing now in South Africa as a hub for Africa for us, because we see a strong interest in this technology and the product power pack from the telecom industry there. We did last year, we did a field trial in South Africa, for example, with a very early power pack to see how it fits into a telecom tower, what difficulties do we need to bridge, etc. So that was a quite interesting journey. So
do you think you'll be looking into entering not just the automotive industry and the telecommunications industry, but others? And also in terms of application, do you think you'll ever be targeting domestic markets?
PowerCell as an individual company probably will not go domestic, because I think the domestic market, you need to have the local presence, the local understanding. And we gladly do, stealth stacks or system where someone make the integration adaptation to it, and at the end to the end customer in that case. So at the moment we don't have a strategy to enter the domestic market by ourselves, but maybe through a customer or a partnership, yes. The power pack with the diesel probably fits good in domestic market in remote areas, etc. And I would say in the same we cannot be on all markets ourselves because we are only 25 people at the moment. So if there is partners out there or customers that think that, okay, we have a very nice market for your products, we're willing to talk about how to establish a wider network for our sales.
And if there are any skeptics out in the audience today and they come up to you and say, why should I want to work with PowerCell in comparison to competitors, what would your answer be to them?
We've been around for a while. We have a fairly stable company. We have a wide portfolio of stacks and also working on the systems, so we can support our customer as well as the other stack companies on the system side. I think the price level of our products is acceptable for the market as well, and we try to deliver quality all the time. So we hope that the customers appreciate that.
So it's customer engagement that's always at the
very
forefront.
important. You need to know each other to make a good business.
Yep. And so if you could take us through the plans for PowerCell for the next couple of years? Because I know you have launches coming up, you have planned expansion. If you could quickly talk about what that involves and where you see your company going by the time we see you at Messe next year and then in 2017.
Yeah, this year we focus on releasing the S2 stack and also work with the customers there to help them out with the integration, so their product come out to the market early as well. Next year, this is just my picture of it. I think we have the stacks, but you also will see a little more of the system side next year. And expand in 2016 and 17, we will push a little bit stronger on the power pack on the system side. And in 18, we will know how, we hopefully have a few hundred of these power packs out in the world operating and get some really nice data back and can also improve the next version of it.
Okay, so we're looking forward to the next iteration. And if there's no questions from the audience, I would like to encourage you. Oh, there is a question. Hold on one second.
So that's Martin Schwagereit from Hille und Müller. On your website, you say you're using metal bipolar plates. Is that right? Is that the case for all your products?
Yes, we've been working since 2005 dedicated on metal plates because we see on the long run that this will be for us a cost-effective solution, and also when it comes to volume and weight. And the background, as you know, we originally tried to develop APUs for the truck market where size and weight was important. But now we focus it more on the stationary side for our diesel system. So the metal plate came as a natural choice when it comes to size and weight for us.
Do you have any lifetime issues with that component?
I would say on the stacks today, the MEA is the lifetime limiting factor and not the metal plates.
Any other questions? All right, well, I would definitely encourage you to go have a conversation in person at their stand at D57. It's not far, it's just down that way. And thank you so much for having a chat with us and coming here today and telling us about the future plans. I look forward to seeing your company label everywhere and in most products I use. So I look forward to that. Thank you very much.
It was nice to be here.
You too. Thanks very much. And thank you for being a great audience. And now coming up is a chat about development potentials of electrolysis and their role for future energy systems. So don't go anywhere.